Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RV GCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RV GCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RV GCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, fine folks. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. Folks, I am your host. Let me tell you, there will be a revaluation of gold before the revaluation of paper currencies. To let you know, we are in the process right now of the revaluation of gold. You are seeing gold continuously rising. It is no coincidence. Why is gold rising? Because many central banks, institutional investors, countries from around the world are pumping money into gold and repatriating the gold in preparation for the RV. Goldilocks is talking about this and posting about this more and more recently, consistently more, because of the importance of gold shortly before the revaluation of our paper currencies. Before we get into that, I'm going to share some information from you, and you're going to see many members in the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room are getting so much feedback from their wealth managers that are aware of the RV and preparing our members for it. You need to be aware so that you have the opportunity to take advantage of what our members are taking advantage of. This is from one of our members, Shadows, says, "Hello to all and special thanks for all the help. Much appreciated. My first appointment was yesterday with my wealth management team and his team, and I think I did pretty well for my first appointment." He says, "When I walked into this big conference room, I was greeted like a king, and they even validated my parking." He says, "Also, I emailed Wiley's questions the day before the appointment. They all had a copy, and each member addressed the questions according to their expertise. They emphasize that they are a fiduciary and are a salary-based commission. They have stressed that they all work together and incorporate the whole family in the financial planning process. The wealth manager was trying to see where my money was coming from, but I stayed on script, saying I can't reveal that information until the appropriate time. Again, I want to thank Freedom Fighter Wiley and the whole crew for all the help. Couldn't have done it without your support." Folks, members like this every single day, 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6, 7 a day, are reporting how they're able to begin this process of establishing relationships, or just going through establishing the relationships with the actual bankers that will exchange their currency and grow their generational wealth. It doesn't cost them a dime. They can do it. If they can do it, why not you? You can. God is giving you the discernment to do it. Join the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room for free. We'll help you along the way. If you're tired of the weekly guru foo-foo about how the RV is happening every weekend, 3-day weekend, holiday weekend, that's been the same story for 20 years. If you're tired and ready to jump on board with facts and receipts with members now, whereby the banks are helping our members to prepare, click the link at the top of the description. Now let's jump into gold revaluation. This is important. Why? Because in order for our paper currencies to revalue, we must have gold to revalue. It's in the process right now. This is right now. Do you think it's a coincidence that the banks and the wealth managers are opening up to our members, preparing them for their exchange, preparing them for their wealth? We're noticing that even many wealth managers that our members communicated with weeks or months ago and may not have gotten far with them are now reaching out to our members asking to meet with them. However, our members, we have taught them to interview multiple wealth managers. So they already have their wealth management teams in place. And now these other wealth managers from before that they contacted early are now contacting them, blowing their phones up, sending them emails saying, hey, Goldilocks member, can we talk to you, please? We want you to be our client. And our members are like, that's okay. I already got my team in place. You're too late. No, but some members are returning the phone calls of wealth managers and entertaining them to see what they have to say. But it's a beautiful thing. So let's talk about this gold revaluation. Goldilocks is sharing that something big is happening with gold. Futures contracts and paper gold are being bought at an astonishing rate. What this means is that the demand for gold is outpacing the amount of bullion gold that's available. So just imagine, the demand for gold is higher than the supply. Why do you think there is such a large global demand for gold to the point that there's more gold than there's available in the bullions? In 2024 and 2025, global demand for gold is far outpacing the supply, leading to record high prices in gold and continued growth in the demand. When demand for gold increases, ladies and gentlemen, it increases the price of gold, as higher demand with relatively fixed supply leads to scarcity. This is why you must understand, this is what's going to drive the price of our values and currencies as well. Their demand around the world on the water. So when gold prices rise faster than demand, it can lead to a depreciation of some currencies, particularly of those countries that import large quantities of gold. While a gold revaluation could potentially disrupt the global financial system and lead to a currency crisis, it's unlikely to directly cause a global currency reset in the sense of a complete overhaul of the global monetary order. A revaluation of gold could, however, trigger significant shifts in global trade and investment patterns. This is where the revaluation of paper currencies will come, because it's done on the water via trade. So, for example, increased investment in emerging markets who hold a lot of gold could lead to the appreciation or the rise in the value of those countries' currencies. I'm going to read that again. Pay attention to emerging markets. States, Goldilocks is sharing, increased investments in emerging markets who hold a lot of gold could lead to the increased value of the currencies for those countries. What are emerging markets? Iraq. What's another emerging market? Vietnam, Venezuela, and others. So the revaluation of gold could significantly increase the value of the currencies in emerging markets. Goldilocks says, do you remember what we've been sharing for quite some time with the trading routes being rerouted for the last few years? It's created price pressures on currencies. Gold prices are often used to measure the value of a local currency. I'm going to repeat that. Gold prices are often used to measure the value of a country's currency. And we have many new ones, many new currencies coming back on board in the near term in trade. Yes, significant shifts in global trade and investment patterns would likely change the foreign currency exchange rates as these patterns influence the supply and demand of these currencies around the world. Now do you see why Goldilocks has always asked you to watch the water? This is why. Gold, folks, the value of it is increasing weekly, almost daily. This is an well orchestrated, organized event with gold leading the way to set us free for our paper currencies to revalue as well. Gold is golden. Be prepared. Get your relationships built with your wealth managers and your banks. Your golden opportunity will not always be there. Take advantage of it now. Be well.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RV GCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RV GCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RV GCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.